How can you learn more effectively and efficiently? This week's business book recommendation is for Ultralearning by Scott H. Young. This book is about how to learn quickly but deeply, based on research into what the author calls ultralearners, people who've learned a skill or body of knowledge fast and well. The author outlines the 9 principles to becoming a better learner. So what did I learn? Well, there is an art to learning. I think a lot about learning in the sense of I proudly wear a lifelong learner badge and find great joy in figuring out new things. But how we learn, what the best approach is, why stuff goes in, how to retrieve it, not so much. This book shares insights into all of those areas. I learned a great deal about learning. Did you know, for example, the most effective way to learn is to test yourself frequently, even if you don't think you've yet learned something? In studies comparing reviewing text, creating concept maps, and test retrieval of information as a method of learning, those who repeatedly tested themselves, even when they couldn't assess their success, outperformed others by 50% on formal tests of their learning. What did it make me think differently about? Just how far from optimal the education system is for allowing us to learn, even when you're aware that as an adult you can decide to learn any which way you want. It's pretty hard to break free from the way we did it at school. When I look at how I've learnt really fast, it's been when I've landed in the deep end without a safety net. Learning, for example, more German in my first week of living with a family in Germany as a 17-year-old, surrounded by non-English speakers, than I did in 5 years of formal schooling. When have you learnt the fastest? Could you apply that model to learning new things? What actions did I take? Well, I've taken a different approach to learning by understanding how we learn and the techniques that can be more effective. You really can fast cycle the things you want to learn. Let's jump in at the deep end. Let's test ourselves before we're ready. Let's try and explain to someone else what we've learned as we learn it. All proven successful ideas outlined in the book. What has the impact been? I'm faster. One of my New Year's resolutions was to learn to code in Python. I got a book, which I attempted to read, and I failed. As a result of reading this book, I've sought out a course that tests you continually, that gets you coding before you have all the information. And my goodness, what a difference. Within a week of doing an hour a day, I'd built a couple of pretty simple, but still impressive programs. And I moved from beginner to intermediate within a couple of weeks. The techniques do work. If you like learning but would like to be more efficient, this is a must-read. Really insightful and helpfully practical. Absolutely fascinating read. Recommended to anyone that wants to learn anything. Have a wonderful day.